Alright boys and girls, we've got another news video today. We're going to talk about EU finally getting some love, Nefas having a meltdown, chicks crying, YouTubers getting banned again, what the fuck is going on? And finally, we have crunched a lot of numbers, did hours and hours of testing, and think we've worked out a very, very simple way of fixing update 35 that even ZOS can handle. So we're going to talk about that at the end of the video, but without any further ado, boys and girls, let's get into it. The best thing that's ever happened to ESO, Matt Fryer himself, gave us a bit of knowledge today. So we should embrace the Lord and Savior. Basically, EU's finally getting an upgrade to their server. The time frame for this seems a little bit weird, but they are being open and transparent with us like they always are. So it would be definitely not skewed or anything like that. 10 weeks for hardware, 6 months to get the server up and running. I would say they're exaggerating this timeline just to cover their own butts, which would make sense. People aren't going to get pissed if it comes out earlier, but they're going to get pissed if it's not out when they say it's going to be out. Honestly, I would not be surprised if we see this towards the end of the year or early next year. That's the speculation on my behalf. If you work in the silver industry, let me know in the comment section if this is normal. Next up, Nefas having a meltdown? I don't think I've ever had so many people ask me to watch a video, but on today's stream, everyone wanted me to check Nefas out, and I don't know why he was so confused. Basically, he posted a video about how crap update 35 is, and how they struggled to get through a dungeon, and there's not much else to say. He wasn't happy, but what shocked me was he kind of seemed surprised. Like, it kind of wasn't something that seemed like it sank in for 4 weeks. So I don't know if he was expecting the ZOS to walk back on these changes and weren't expecting them to go live, or he was living under a rock for the last 4 weeks. I'm not quite sure. It's been quite interesting, actually, to see the PvE community not be very happy that ZOS is screwing with their toys. And welcome to our world, pretty much. This is pretty much every patch for a PvP player. So hey, welcome to the club of getting bent over and fucked by ZeniMax. We'll happily take you free of charge. But yeah, it was kind of just a crazy video, and then he talked about some chick almost crying, a raid lead or something, almost crying.
That they were trying to accomplish accessibility. What fucking accessibility? You know, the fucking raid today literally made the raid lead get on the verge of fucking tears, okay? If your fucking patch, if your fucking game is making people really, like, that emotionally upset to where they're gonna get, like, become, like, they're on the verge of fucking tears, you have fucking failed. You have fucking failed as a game. It's over. Like, just never again.
I probably would take a step back if this update made you almost cry. It is pretty crap, don't get me wrong, but if the game gets you to the point where you want to cry, you probably should just uninstall for a little bit and come back in 3 months' time. But wrapping this up, everything Nefas says is very true, and my experience so far, I've got maybe 16 hours, 20 hours in Cyrodiil at this point, with a pretty updated build. It hasn't been pleasant. People just aren't dying. Fundamentally, damage is too low and healing's too high. That's just the way it is. Things will get better as we tweak builds and work around the patch, so, you know, there's only up from here. Anyway, let's move on, boys and girls. Alright, so 6 months ago, actually probably not even 6 months ago, a little while ago, we talked about YouTubers getting banned for having YT and TTV in their at names. It's promoting a third party, and you're not allowed to profit from ESO and all this bullshit, which is fair enough. They've got to have it in their terms of service because there's a lot of good points where this needs to be acted on. You know, you've got some dodgy website trying to sell ESO merch or something and spamming chat. That makes a perfect segue. We've been joking about it for weeks, boys and girls, in stream. I finally did it. Fuck Update 35 t-shirts are here for a very limited time. So if you want to pick yours up, I'll have the link in the description. But enough shelling out, let's get back to the video. So there is valid reasons to have this in their TOS. What, in my opinion, isn't so valid is shitting on people that is trying to help your community and trying to promote your game. And I thought this was done. I thought we'd clarified that ZOS wasn't doing this anymore, and you couldn't get banned for having TTV in your ad name. I even had my forum post taken down for conspiracy theories and misinformation. So if my forum post about this wasn't correct, then they surely can't have a stance on this. What I realistically think is happening here, and we basically know this is happening, I'll show a message on stream. I'm so fucking over this shit that I don't even care if his name's there. Basically, he told him that they were reporting him and that he should hopefully enjoy his ban. And they said, we know your alliance points. Hope you enjoy the ban again. So these guys are clearly the ones that mass reported him in the first place. And that's what's going on here. He's getting mass reported, then the game's basically probably auto-banning him, and that isn't on ZOS. That's not ZOS's fault. We talked about this, not their problem. When it turns into their problem is when he messages them and they go, no, you're staying banned because you broke our TOS. Come on, guys, have some common sense here. And that's fine. If they want to have that attitude, then people like Outcast and Deltia's Gaming, anyone that's promoting their other stuff needs to get a name change, or even more fairly, be banned for 3 days. And that's, I think, what's so frustrating for me, just seeing people get shat on because they're killing people in a video game. And that's the issue here. They're getting upset because they can't beat alliance points. So instead of getting better, they weaponize the report system and get him banned for 3 days. That's the scary part about this, and this is why you should be concerned about it. The TOS and all that stuff aside, that's fine. But the scary thing is these guys are doing it over and over, and they know they can. So what happens one day when you're in PvP and piss one of these guys off? You're probably going to end up with a 3-day ban. And it's shown that ZOS don't care. Like, they're not going to undo your ban, more than likely. So yeah, nothing's going to change until ZOS takes action against people that are abusing the report system. And this is in the TOS, so they are breaking it. It is against TOS to abuse the copyright system. But it's so stupid that it hurts my head that I don't even want to talk about it anymore. So let's move on. And our final story for today is what I think can be done about Update 35, what can save it, and it's pretty simple. So we ran the numbers. I don't even know how many hours we did testing this. Like, I haven't slept. I haven't posted a video for 8 days because I have been hard at work testing this stuff. And what we've come to the conclusion is there's only one simple thing that can be done.